At first, the discipline coaching thing and making sure that I thought discipline was the number one thing. I guess as a teacher and coming back into school, a couple of things have happened. One is this whole thing about finding the secret to getting them to want it. Yeah, so getting them to want to have that education, getting them to see the worth of education. So I've done 26 trips to New York, taking over 1,000 kiddies, and the theme now is, what do you want to do with your life? You see, you can come to New York, you might be able to work someday in that store, you might be able to work in that building someday, but you are going to need an education. Trying to justify to them the reason why they could come back, knuckle down a little bit, and get on with it. I love the word motivation. I just love it. But I'm getting old, man. And lately I've wanted to become an inspirer. I think motivation gets you up for the game and gets you ready to go. I love that as an American football coach. But inspiration seems to last a little bit longer. And education provides a story. So, I'm from the Bronx, New York. Without an education, I think my story or my narrative is very different, man. Yeah. So my keys now are to inspire, find ways to inspire, whether that be in the classroom, whether that be pep talks during the day, whether that be working with teachers on relationship building, because that's the key to inspiration. But that whole scene about inspiring them to want it for themselves, man, that's magic, man. So 2 Saturdays out of the month, we take kids from this area right now, which is Lee Park, 17 to 20 kiddies, man. We put them on a train. We go from Portsmouth to Brighton, Bournemouth, London. We've been to the House of Parliament, London Eye. We've been to shows. The more you see, the more you can aspire to be. The kids are subsidized. They only pay a tenner. And that's, I got some school staff that join me on that. But we've been running that for 2.5 years. As soon as I show you something different, I now have a different expectation. You now have a different expectation of yourself. And when you see it, you come alive. So what we do is we take year 11s. I specify year 11s. We go in February. We just gave you a reason for when you get back to want to get into your exams. You ain't doing it now because I told you to. You're doing it now basically because, I want to go back to New York again. So I might want to go to college. So I might want to go over there and work. Well, my man, yeah, you got to make sure you got something to go with. You got to be able to bring something to the table. So we attack it to get the progress 8 and all that other stuff you talk about to get that up. But we do it that way versus looking at that first. Yeah, we look at what we can do with you first, whether it be the Saturday trip, whether it be whatever it is. Yeah, we do that as a thing to get you to do that. Now is the reason why we was talking about building relationships then. Yeah. Because the better you had a relationship with your lovely students, the more likely you are to get them to log on, to get them to want to get your lesson, feedback into you. The Telegraph had a report the other day, man, 2/3 of all English kids not logging in. 2/3, man, that's a lot of kiddies. And I took it right back to relationship building. If you had that relationship building, you had that relationship with your lovely student, it would be more inclined, more likely, to not just log on because of whatever, but they just might want to log on because they want to make contact with you. Same thing applies. You're using that to get them to get this done. Brought out the laughter in Jim Roberson. And that is my key. See, I make you laugh, release all them crazy drugs in your head. I keep you laughing. I smile so much that some of my kids think I'm simple. I walk through the hallway singing every day. Yeah, I was in here this morning at 8:30. We were singing Justin Bieber, in the front. There is a thing about smiling. There is something to leaving that English reserve at the door. Yeah, leaving it at the door. My wife works in primary school. I tell the chick every morning, park your reserve at the door and go to school. Yeah, man, we're defined by what we see. When they see you smiling, they see you laughing, they see you having a good time, you're more inclined to have a good time with them. They're more inclined to have a good time with you.